Then why are you leaving?
Well, because I want to see something new.
I'll tell you what you're going to see. A proper country, where people know how to behave.
What about you? Why are you leaving?
I'm looking for someone.
For who? I guess I should stay out of other people's business. Forgive me.
You English do talk a lot, don't you?
I just don't know how to feel about leaving my country for the first time. I mean, how should anyone feel?
Excited?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just running away.
You should all get some rest. It will not be long now till we reach Cherbourg.
Thank the Lord. I can't wait to be back.
In the late summer of 1142, I had left my home country, England, for good. My old life lay in shambles, as did my former home of Kingsbridge. Having failed both my friends and family, I had set out to find my baby's father, the man I still loved with all my heart, Jack Jackson. And so in July, I finally arrived on the shores of Normandy. With nothing on me but a pouch of coin and a young, curious face yet unnamed, who was just as unfamiliar to this new world as was I. You're still here?
Oh, I'm just trying to get my feet used to the last bit of our voyage.
I'm looking for someone. A red-haired mason called Jack Jackson. He came to France about a year ago or so.
A fellow mason? Great. Unfortunately, I wouldn't know a thing. After all, I just arrived here with you.
I know, but should you meet someone like that on your journey, tell him Aliena of Shiring is looking for him.
All right. Jack Jackson. I'll keep an eye out for you.
Thank you. that hammer you're carrying, do you happen to be a mason?
Actually, I am. You have a keen eye, mistress.
I guess I just know a mason when I see...
To be honest, I haven't been one long. Before that, I used to shear sheep. Father still hates...
What will you do to find work here as a mason?
Don't know. That's for me to find out. All I heard was that the wages are better over here.
So you'll just travel from...
Right. And a fellow mason told me about the abbey there. He said these Normans built their... I need to see that with my own eyes.
Do many masons go to Lessay?
I dunno. The mason who told me it's likely...
I left my old life as well.
Scary, isn't it?
Well, you...
Oh, I am excited.
I don't know. Have a... Good day. I am looking for someone. A Oh, hush now. I need to talk to this...
Looks young.
He was born at the big...
What's his name?
I haven't given him...
You should. He needs to know who he is. Makes growing up a lot easier. You said you're looking for someone.
I'm looking for the...
From the look of your baby, I reckon his father had... Well, I don't know every redhead around these parts. Most of my family here in Cherbourg is ginger.
Oh, his name is...
No. No, sorry. I haven't seen him. Maybe May saw him. She helps...
I'll ask her.
Hey, you. That's quite a bundle you got.
Have you seen a red... You must have landed here some...
Another ginger in Normandy? I wouldn't have noticed. Maybe you should ask someone if... Their lot rarely lands in Cherbourg with the fortress passing back and forth, but why you even came to
It was the early...
He must be in some hurry.
Let's just say I needed to get away, but...
Fine with me. Who am I?
All right.
All right.
We went to Barfla, a scenic port town built on granite. It was the biggest harbour in North. I talked to some of the sailors and fishermen, but no one had remembered seeing Jack. How could they? Maybe I was approaching this the wrong way. What had drawn him to France? Lessay was tiny, but as it turned out, worth the trip. In the small abbey church of the Trinity, I met a monk who claimed to have talked to a man fitting Jack's description. I lay down to sleep on the floor of the abbey guest house, and for the first time in almost a year, I felt relief. As I... My father had once told me tales of the Mont Saint-Michel. Long ago, the Archangel Michael had urged Hubert of Avranches to build it. It was a windy day when I arrived, and the place was crowded with pilgrims. Pilgrims and jongleurs. Apparently, Jack had been hopelessly tracking jongleurs who might have known his father, Jack Cherbourg. But as he'd been gradually running out of money... Going to Le Mans reminded me of all the trouble I'd left behind in England. 30 years ago, Le Mans had been conquered by the Plantagenet Geoffrey of Anjou, Maud's. There was no sign of Jack, but I got news of a new kind of cathedral being built in Saint-Denis, just north of Paris. It was possible that Jack... North of Paris, I visited the construction of the great cathedral of Saint-Denis. It was far... I assumed if Jack had come near Paris, he would have ended up here. Unfortunately, I was wrong. No one among the army of masons... Good day. Are you the master builder?
What is it?
An Englishman with...
A redhead?
Yes. Did you see...
No, I'm not looking for a new mason.
Ah, but was he here?
No, never... Now, stand back, woman. Something could fall on your bed.
Are there other
Well, yes. It's a...
And where would an outsider most like...
Dunno.
May I...
No, they're busy. And I can assure...
Perhaps I'll talk to them once they've finished.
It would be a waste of time.
I was told...
Well, maybe he changed his mind.
Are you sure you haven't seen him?
I am. All right, he was here. He was working for me. But I had...
Why?
Because he was all let me redesign the roof, let me make the nave lighter. All pretty ideas, but he never shut up long enough to do the... Shit, that man was almost as needy as my son when he was...
He does know a lot.
Well, I know masons like him. They grow up, can't work with someone like that.
Do you know where he went next?
No idea. Maybe to Limoges or Angoulême. Seem to have plans for every cathedral on God's green earth, but...
I understand. I'll leave you to...
Bon voyage.
We had just left Tours when I suddenly felt dizzy. I stopped and made rest, trying to catch my breath. To my horror, our baby, too, had grown pale, his breath shallow like that of an old man. I tried... Back in Tours, the fever got worse. I remember people carrying me into a room, laying me on a bed. I tried. When I awoke, Jack was standing next to my bed. He scolded me for following him. You know you could go anywhere you want. I tried to answer, but he just opened the window and jumped out, heading toward... The further I went, the angrier I got. For years, I'd been fighting for my family. I'd committed I'd known nothing but my duty to... When could I ever do anything just for... I'd travelled in a circle all the way to the edge of the world and back, only to return to the place of our... When the last moat had settled, I opened my eyes again and found myself in a dirty little room. An old maid. Oh, dear God. The more I tried to keep him warm, oh, please, God, let him... I gently caressed his head until finally he put his mouth to my breast. We had both been spared. We rested one more day. I thank you, dear Lord.
All right, steady now.
I thank you for having... I thank you.
Don't let go until it's done.
But why are you showing mercy on me? I failed everyone. I failed Jack. I failed... And if I never return, I would also break the oath I had given Father. It's just that I feel like I've always... And this may be the very first time. Maybe I should just go back. Maybe Jack... Amen. Huh. I've seen one of those before.
It's amazing. The man who did that really had
what?
the spirit. It's a shame that in just 1 month he did.
The master builder said...
Did he? The two didn't really see eye to eye. To tell you the truth, everyone thinks the last thing Jack did was carve that corbel. It was the one thing the master... Then when he was done...
Your master said he had...
Let me tell you, Jacques worked very hard on it. Conquering that rock was very...
Oh. Do you happen to know where he went next?
He wanted to walk the pilgrim trail to Santiago de Compostela.
The Camino? The Way of St. James?
He said he might find someone there who knew his...
Just one more thing.
Never thought. Relieved, I guess. He seemed ready for something new. Think nothing of it. And good luck on your travels.
Isn't it odd? Just when you stop looking, you like these 3 devices that one of my merchants brought back from Baghdad.
Oh, no. Is it another one? They're not toys, Adriel.
I will let my valued friend... Jack, if you may. For one, let me draw your attention to the magnificent songbird on the table. Otherwise, the other 2 devices.
I agree.
And then, to that wondrous donkey next to the entrance. Although, the most astounding thing of all stands right between them.
That statuette.
Ha-ha, precisely. But, one thing at a time, let us let Jack decide what to demonstrate first.
No, it's too heavy. The invention of the candle ceased to amaze people.
He likes to take his time, doesn't he?
I think they've seen slingshots, but although all the devices are different, they always work.
Of course, if they're inspired by the... And now?
Now, What is he doing now?
Not much, I suppose.
It's so beautiful. Just listen. Well, how marvelous.
How does it work?
Maybe it's...
Right.
Go on.
There's a hidden... It turns an act. These cylinders...
But who is
Steam.
Steve?
Yes.
The power of Steve?
Of course!
Let's not get... What else?
Anyone care for some tea?
Thank you, my daughter. We will have some as soon as Jack has finished our present.
Mind if I...
Of course not.
So, who is this man, Rashid?
Jack is a friend of the house.
Don't let me distract you, Jack.
A brilliant man, a scholar and a talented artist. Just the other day, he explained Euclid to me. What is that? A Greek who wrote a book called The Elements of Geometry. The Egyptians translated it into Arabic, and now the Englishmen are turning it into Latin.
How very peculiar. I could watch this man.
Wouldn't you rather have some tea?
Please stop.
You showed it to us.
Now that...
You showed it to us already.
No, it's for the present.
Now, watch that. Just any moment now. There. Did you?
It threw up.
Fresh. Oh, would you kind?
You see that bowl? At the bottom of that bowl, once it's full,
Thus,
if you time
turning it.
For me.
One could join those two and one song off.
that would be...
I know. You could be the one.
Oh, that would be unfair. It's your...
I would let you have it.
You still haven't shown her. Of course. Jack,